All right, let's see if we can try that again. We'll wait for people to get back on. That was Patrick trying to use technology.
Did you save the first video?
I did.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, we got 4 people on. I think we might have... That was Patrick trying to use technology. Like, all I was doing was taking a screenshot. You do it all the time.
Well, you have to know how to do it.
So we're back on, Tammy. That's good. All right, let's wait until we get some more people on.
You're not using this?
Not now, yeah. Now I can, yeah, that's good. Yay, sorry everybody. That was my fault. All right, we're good. We've got a whole 40 people watching.
Okay.
We'll post both of them. So again, I did share the one video so you guys can see how we started this, and this is how it ends. So that's good.
Ends. We're only just beginning. Okay, so I cut 3 strips that are 5 1/8 inches. And I'm just going to stack these on top of each other.
3 strips, 5 1/8 inches. Good. You didn't miss anything, Michelle. We actually just paused that, and this is all that we've done is 3 strips of 5 1/8 inches.
Yeah, I was not cutting whilst Patrick was figuring out how to use Facebook Live, because we're new to this. Okay, we want 5 1/8 inch squares.
5 1/8 again?
Yes.
Oh, that's right, because you did the first cut 5 1/8.
So are you going to do my counting?
5.
That's not 5.
How many is it?
6.
Oh, 6. And you need how many?
20.
20. That's not divisible by 6. There's 12. At least I have a reputation that's pretty consistent. That's good. Everybody's, why are we not surprised? I'm about to be fired as cameraman. Oh,
Okay.
you're saving some?
So, yeah, so this one I've just pulled 2 pieces. Because we're not going to need any oops kits, right?
No, absolutely not. I'm going to sew this so perfect it's going to scare you.
Okay, and then we are
As
going
perfect as my filming capabilities.
we are going to cut these on one
Oh,
diagonal.
you're kidding. We're going to do diagonals?
Yeah, I'm a little bit nervous about it. And that will give us how many triangles, Patrick?
40. Is that right?
You are right.
That's good. We're back up to 72 people. You'd be happy to hear that.
I think you guys are going to really, really like this quilt.
This is, I think you're going to like this quilt a lot too. It is very festive, very fun. And it reminds me of summer. That's the best part. All right, so we got 40 triangles.
40 triangles.
Blah.
We also need,
Or that same stuff.
out of the white, we also need 42 by 3.5 inches. So I'm going to cut 3.5 inches.
Terry, I haven't done anything yet, so, but you're right. If I can do it, anybody can.
Oops. I think I need a new blade.
How'd that happen? It just was working fine.
And I need 2 of these strips.
And yeah, Patty, it would be a very good Quilts of Valor quilt, by the way. How big did you say it was?
I'm going to go get the size. I don't have the directions here with me right at the moment.
So the only thing we have cut is, well, we've cut a lot now, I guess.
We haven't. We cut 3 strips that were 5 and an 1/8 wide, and then we subcut those into 20 5 and an 1/8 squares, and then we cut those squares on one diagonal
So
to
we've got
give us 40 triangles.
40 triangles that are 5 and an 1/8 squared.
And then these ones, we are going to, these are 3.5 inches by 2 inches, and I need 40.
By 2 inches. Hi, Ms. Bevegger. Should I be counting, by the way? I messed up.
I'm counting.
Good. You should do it aloud. 2, 4, 6,
Well,
8.
there was 4. There's 4 in each set.
Oh,
And so
You
I
need
made
10 sets.
10 sets.
good math there, Kate.
So we've got 42 by 3.5 inch rectangles. Now, do you remember these extra little pieces that we just cut a few minutes ago?
My oops kit.
No. We're going to cut these down into 2-inch pieces. And these are 4 at a time. And now we
you're
are going to,
really tricky. You're going to do 8 at a time.
yep. And now we're going to do 2-inch squares.
I'm already out on this quilt.
Is this going to be a Kate quilt and not a Patrick quilt?
I want to try, though. I'm very excited about it, when you showed me it especially.
Okay, so how many do I have here? 4,
8,
12,
24.
16, 20, 24.
Good job.
We actually need 48. No, we don't. We need 40. 40. So I'm going to cut one more 2-inch strip.
Karen, not nearly as much as I love technology, because me and technology get along so well. All I was trying to do is take a screenshot of an order, and I completely shut the sound down. Dorothy, that would be cheating. This is a mystery quilt. Silly.
What did she say?
Can we see the quilt?
So we're at 28, right? Is that what we...
We got 24. If you need 40, we need 16.
2, 4, 6.
Yeah, Evelyn, I'm sorry, I missed that. The wallet class is online. It is a virtual class. And again, it's a biannual class. Isn't it adorable? It's really, really fun. We are selling kits for this too. So if you like our fabric choices, and we've got a hardware kit, we've got a fabric and zipper kit also. So all kinds of things. And then of course you do need the biannual, what's this one called? The Payday Wallet class, or Payday Wallet pattern, excuse me.
Okay, so let's refresh what we've done on the white. We
All right.
cut 20 5 1/8 inch squares, cut them on one diagonal to make 40 half square triangles. Then we need 40 2 by 3.5 inch rectangles, and 42 by 2.5 inch squares.
I take it that these are all going to go together because they're all the same amount.
And we're going to be here till 6 o'clock if we don't move on. So next up is our red jot dot. This is our large red jot dot.
Who's teaching the wallet class, do you know?
I am.
Kate is. Elaine, in case you didn't hear her.
And these are going to be cut 1.5 inches. And we need a total of 6.
6 1.5 inch strips.
Mm-hmm. And on the directions, it will give you instructions on stitching these together. These strips will actually become our inner border. And you are going to...
Do we have this fabric in yardage?
No, we're going to be out.
Are we? Okay.
In fact, we probably will run out of kits, to be honest with you.
Oh, really?
Okay.
So we got 6 strips.
6 strips. Okay, here's what I would recommend you do with these 6 strips. I want you to sew 2 together for one side border.
Oh, you just gave it away.
I already told them that. Actually, you know what? It's on here. So let's just do this. You're going to cut 6 1.5 inch strips, and you are going to stitch these together. I'm going to change this because I don't think you need to get that exact, okay? So I would probably do this to maybe about 68 and maybe about 55, somewhere right in that. You don't need to be this exact on this.
Cheryl and Jeanette, we will make sure we take care of you on those. So don't worry about it. We will get that out to you.
I had a suspicion.
Yeah. Yeah, we were a little nervous about that when we opened our first kit and it didn't have it either.
Yeah,
so
when you opened your kit to go
I
through
did
it all.
when I wanted to make sure everything was right.
Okay, the next fabric that we
Caught it.
the next fabric that we are going to look at, and we did talk about this a little bit. These are overcut too, but these have been cut 6.5 inches for you, and you needed the length in one piece. Okay. So it is 6.5 by 76.5 and 6.5 by 64.5. But the recommendation is that it is in one piece. So that tells you roughly the size of the quilt. So it's going to be, yeah, right around 65 inches by about 78 inches.
Isn't it cute fabric though?
So it's
really fun.
It is a good size quilt. I think this would be a good like picnic blanket to take to the park.
There you go.
Yeah, wouldn't that be cool? Okay, the next
Moving
one.
on. We are almost done.
No, we're not. The next one is our red with fireworks. And this one is going to be trimmed down to a 3.5 inch strip. 3.5 inch strip. And this is going to be subcut into 3.5 inch squares. One,
2. How many we need?
5. 3, 4, 5. 5 3.5-inch squares. Next is our red texture.
Which virtual class was not on there, Roberta? We will get that added for you, but I'm not sure which one we're missing on there. It should all be in there, especially the virtual classes.
And I'm going to straighten up my one side.
Is there backing in this kit?
No.
There is no backing?
I will have a backing kit available for it, but I
Okay.
don't have that done yet.
Okay, good, Roberta. I'm glad you found it. Again, we still do have kits available for this. They are $65.99 for those of you who haven't ordered one yet. It is going to be a patriotic theme just in time for Memorial Day, because it's going to take us about that long to sew it.
I hate to tell you this, but we are going on fast track on this quilt. Because I have a trip, and the goal is to get this done before my trip.
Uh-oh.
Okay, so we've got 2-inch strips. I'm going to stack these on top of each other.
Oh, I got it. Yep. That makes sense.
And we are going to cut these into 40 2-inch squares.
There are a lot of little squares on this sucker. You got it, Patty, and I'm not going to take a screenshot this time. It was her order that I tried to screenshot the last time.
Maybe it would be safer for you just to go back and look at the comments.
That's a good idea. Exactly what I'm going to do. Now I've got 2 videos to look at. It'll be fun.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
How many we need? 40?
9.
Not 40.
10. Patrick's not going to make any mistakes, so we'll throw the rest away. 40 2-inch squares of the red grid. And we're going to repeat that for our blue grid.
Donna, I'm not sure if I know who that is. I'm sorry to hear that, though.
Jordan Fabrics?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How'd you know that? Were you like a mind reader? Who's Jordan Fabrics?
She's actually from Oregon.
Oh,
and
really?
I actually tried to go and visit her store when Rich and I went out to Oregon. I think it was 2021, and they had still not reopened up after COVID.
Oh, wow.
She just passed away a few days ago.
Yeah, it's too bad.
Okay, so these ones we are going to stack also.
Brings me to my favorite term, stack and whack.
And cut to 2-inch squares. And how many do we need?
I bet you we need 40.
You're right.
40 is a magical number. Donna said they became an online store after COVID.
I wonder if they still have their store then. The store was still physically there. It just was curbside pickup only.
She said that the payday supply list says soft and stable, but didn't have how much they needed.
Hey, Matt. Matt.
That's way too
Did you
young.
just
That's
take
really
the
sad.
buttons off the shelf?
Yeah, they're gone.
Can I borrow one for a minute, please?
Yeah.
How old was she?
67.
Her and her husband, I watched the video with him announcing it, and they met when they were 16.
Oh, you're kidding.
Yeah,
Oh my
isn't
goodness.
that cool?
Yeah.
Okay, so out of the blue grid, you're going to cut 42-inch squares. The soft and stable says you need half a yard.
Half a yard.
Half a yard.
So it's a half yard on that soft and stable. Whoever asked that question, Evelyn.
The next one is our light blue star. This is our light blue star. And I'm really tired of cutting 2-inch squares. And we're not going to do that.
Oh, good.
So we got a new cut.
1.5 inch squares.
No, you're going to be glad with this one.
Okay,
Ready?
good. Yes. One strip.
No, not quite. So I'm neatening up the side, and we are going to cut 7 inches. And we need 2 7-inch squares.
That is your first lottery ball number then, Pam. She said I should play the number 40. Or maybe go to a roulette table. She said she just watched a cooking show. How to make pork with 40 cloves of garlic.
Oh, really? And then I'm cutting 40s. Okay. We're going to stack these. We are going to cut off our salvage edge.
How do you spell that, by the way?
Selvedge.
So it should be selvage.
Okay, are you listening?
I am. I'm
Okay.
ready.
We are. I'm going to trade you. You're going to do all the work, and I'm just going to stand there and make fun of you. Okay, so we need 10 7-inch squares. So I've got 4 here. I've got 8 there. I'm going to take one of these off, and I'm going to cut 2 right here.
That's 10.
So I've got 4, 8, 10.
Oh, no way.
And we're going to cut these on the diagonal.
Oh, Sharon, that makes me really sad.
What's that?
Janice, Kathy, from Kathy's passed away.
Really?
Yeah, that's
Oh
what
my gosh.
Sharon just said. That makes me sad. I knew Janice really, really well.
Wow.
Huh. Wonder how Donnie's doing.
I don't know. Okay, so we have 10 7-inch squares cut on one diagonal. That is going to give us 20 triangles.
10 7-inch squares cut on a diagonal equals 20. Good math, Kate.
Okay, next we have our red on red. This is what they call the shabby fabric. It is a Riley Blake basic, and I love this basic.
Yeah, it is really cool. I just like the name.
And we are going to do 2 7-inch strips.
Wow. Those are big strips. And I bet you we're going to subcut those suckers.
How are we going to do them?
7-inch squares.
And then what are we going to do?
And we're going to cut them on the diagonals to make 40.
Not 40.
A total of 40.
No.
Well, there's 20 here, and then there's 20 here.
Oh. Okay. So we're going to cut 10 7-inch. I'm pulling that top one off because I don't need that many.
What are we using that for?
It's scrap in case you make a mistake. And we're going to cut these on the diagonal.
You don't need to worry about that. I never make mistakes. I mean to do everything I do.
So we have 20 triangles out of the red.
That's good.
Shabby. I'm really kind of tired of cutting.
You think? Well, I was going to say my hand's getting tired just holding the phone.
Did you want to trade? Okay, we have this blue check. And we're going to cut a 3.5-inch strip. I don't think I mentioned it when we did the other one. That was the 3.5-inch, and we cut them into the 3.5-inch squares. But this is cut on the fold, so you're just getting half a width of fabric. So this is just a half width of fabric, and we are going to subcut these into 3.5-inch squares.
That's right, Susan. And yes, Kim, that is exactly what we're doing. We're cutting for our next mystery. It is Mystery 57. Again, we do have kits available for this one, and I think by the end of it, all of you are going to wish you bought a kit. So get them before we run out. $65.99 for this, and it is a full-size quilt this time. So it's going to be a real quilt.
Full-size quilt.
It's not a full size, but it's full size. It's bigger than our table runners.
It's a lot bigger.
And it's really cool.
And we need 5 of these.
I'm glad you do, Sherry, because I don't think Kate does. She said, I really like when you two work together.
Me too. Okay, so we've got 5 3.5-inch squares out of the blue check. Then we come down to the 4 fabrics. Okay? And this is one that you may have either or. You may have the white with fireworks or the white with fireworks. So you'll have one of these, okay? And I'm going to do 2 at a time.
That's a good call, Val. She goes, that's a lot of pieces. I see fork pins in the future. Kate, the way she sighed, I don't think that's even going to save me. We might need more than fork pins.
The biggest issue is not the fork pins, it's the bias edges that we're dealing with.
Tell me about it. All these little triangle things that she just cut, she expects me to sew those.
Have you shown them?
No. Do you want to show some fabric, Patrick?
I would love to show some fabric.
And we've done something, you can take that off. We've done something a little bit different this time. We've actually put these bolts up on the website for you to order
Oh,
from
look
them.
at us going into the 21st century. Woohoo. It only took us a quarter of a century to get there.
I think you should number these 1, 2, and 3, and I'll put them on the side here.
So these are new fabrics, right?
well, this one's new. These two
Ooh,
we've
I like
had in
that
the
one a
store.
lot. So we do have these up on the website for you to buy yardage if you want. And this is fabric 1, right?
Yes.
And it is a super cute little Easter fabric with little bunnies, chocolate bunnies, and eggs. This is also Easter bunnies. And they're very cute with little ribbons and bows. Very, very fun. And this is fabric 2. And is this on sale this week?
So these two are regular priced fabrics, but they're on sale at $9.99 instead of $12.99.
$9.99. Woohoo.
This one came in a little bit cheaper, so we actually put this one on sale at $8.99.
Oh, and this one I like the best. Look, it's got the little daisies. You know, those daisies, when you see them in the stores, they look fake. They're so cool looking. So that is our $8.99 fabric, and that's fabric 3. And get it while it's hot because we don't have very much left.
And you might want to explain that online orders do take precedence.
Yes, and online orders do take precedence. That's true. So Sherry, we'll try to get you a yard. Or what do we do? What did we do while I was missing?
So we're actually repeating what we've just been doing. That's why I thought it would be a good opportunity. So these are, again, 7-inch squares, 10 of each one, and they are being cut on the diagonal.
There's a lot of bias to this quilt, Kate.
I know.
Everybody liked number 3.
Okay.
Look at that pile of cuts.
I did this to him last
We did do it to him last time. Our same Riley Blake rep is here, who we stood up last time.
But this time I'm almost done. He'll forgive me. I know he will. Okay, so we're using this really pretty basic from Riley Blake. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to cut that into 7-inch strips. Exactly the same as we just did a moment ago.
He's going to be so happy with us using his fabric for our mystery.
I know. I'm trying to score brownie points with him.
Tahiti, that's purple, right? Yes, they do have hockey. Apple green. We don't own it.
Okay, I'm stacking, and I am cutting 2 colors at a time
Stacking
here.
and whacking.
And these are going to be subcut into 7-inch squares.
Okay.
Elaine, that's because my mind is an iron trap. I've got all these fabrics memorized. Which one is this one? Is it fabric H?
These ones don't have letters. These are the 4 that say 4 assorted fabrics. White with fireworks,
I
blue
got it.
dot dot, red with mini dot, or navy paparazzi.
Just the quilter's portion. It's a good size.
And then these are going to get cut on the diagonal.
Is the 500 series, so I don't know if you have those. The 5. Okay, and so are you thinking what's up? Just a little bigger than the 500 series.
Perfect.
Okay,
We might actually get out the little clips, our lettering
we
clips.
have
That'd be a
one
good
more
idea.
fabric to cut.
One more is all?
Yep, and this one is a Riley Blake fabric too. And this one is
That's hilarious.
Actually, I bet
90% of the fabrics in this sucker are
Probably
Riley
80
Blake.
I bet 80% are. There's a lot. Okay, so this one is our stripe, and we all know what we're doing with this one. We are going to cut 2.5 inches. If you prefer your binding 2 1/4, go ahead and cut them 2 1/4. So this is your preference. The instructions do tell you that this is your binding, and they do tell you 2 1/2. But if you prefer 2 1/4, you can cut 2 1/4.
So, is the fabric on the Facebook Live page?
Which fabric?
This fabric that I
Yes.
showed. It is?
Yes.
It's supposed to be up there, Sherry, so if you can't find it still, let me know. And you're right, Terry. It's all a mystery to me on why you guys cut up all this fabric just to sew it back together.
So give me your phone number.
And we need 7 strips.
What about if we set a fabric?
Oh, good question, Brandon. Do the kits come with enough fabric to starch? If you wanted to starch it to sew on the bias, does it shrink it when you starch it?
It can shrink it a little bit.
It can.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it would. Because, I mean, the starching isn't going to make that.
It's going to shrink it all the same, huh? Maybe not. So how many strips are we cutting? Sorry, I
We
missed
need
that.
2.5.
I know, but how many?
7.
Cheezers. That's a lot of binding, Kate. And no, I will not be doing the binding.
Yes, you will.
And yes, I will be doing the binding, just not well.
Okay, I actually got 8 strips out of mine.
You're on our website, right? Not on our Facebook?
Just in case.
Okay.
And not on comment.
And
So, Roxy, here are our 3 bolts that we have online for by the yard purchases. Again, this one is only $8.99 a yard. It's fabric number 3. That is our beautiful Easter egg fabric. And then we got the little bunnies. We got bunnies with the sashing. This is $9.99 a yard. And then we've got chocolate bunnies with the Easter eggs for $9.99 a yard. And we do have those on sale on the website if you would like them.
okay.
And we got 8 strips of 2.5 inches.
But they only need 7.
Do you only need 7?
Yes.
All right.
Okay, so just to go back over a couple of things. One, it's going to take me a few minutes to make the corrections on this because I have an appointment that just came in. But if you got a kit, I do need you to see if you received this fabric.
2 people I did already see on there that didn't get it, so we will make sure we get you marked down.
So if 2 people didn't get it and I didn't get it, I can guarantee you there's
Nobody else
12
did.
people that didn't
12
get it.
people, okay, good.
Yeah,
Okay.
because that was how many she originally made for me.
Okay, perfect, yep.
So please let me know. We will send this in the mail to you, and I apologize for that. Okay, and I think with that, we are ready to say goodbye. Oh, I have one more manager special. You want to do this one very quick?
Sure.
This was...
Oh, we love manager specials.
This was last week's Fab 5 bundle.
Ooh.
And these were the ends of the bolts because we completely sold out on the fabric. So these were the ends
That's
of the
because
bolts.
everybody loved it.
And there is 1 1/4 yards of 4 different prints right here. And we have it for $9 if anybody would like that.
Oh, that's
Save
good.
it.
That's really good.
Save it going into our junk drawer.
Yay. All right, everybody. Going once, going twice. Manager special. $9 for 1 1/4 of fabric. And it's really cute.
It is really cute.
Everybody's saying goodbye.
Okay.
Tammy Leggett. Got
Tammy
it.
Leggett?
Yeah.
Okay. Thanks, Tammy.
All right, Tammy. We'll have it in the hold area for you.
Bye, everybody.
All right. Bye, everyone.